Captain America is a wonderful character in the comics, a representation of the idealized American war hero, the apotheosis of all it is to be American, and in the MCU, we had him as such. Steve Rogers, a man out of his time, a black versus white, good versus evil hero with no real moral middle ground, that represented the greatest generation at their most optimistic. And yet, in a recent presser, Anthony Mackie proceeded to proffer a rather interesting take on how he views Captain America.
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations. It's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity. Someone who is trustworthy and dependable. This is kind of like an aspect of a dream coming true.
Look, I hate to be an a-hole here, but I get the feeling that Anthony Mackie hasn't been out of California recently. And because of that, I believe him to be in need of a rectal craniotomy, as saying Captain America shouldn't represent America is one of those brain.exe has stopped working moments that only an actor from Hollywood could have. And I think this interview is emblematic of the current era of Marvel. This is the era of the MCU hangover, when we still get brain-dead crap from mentally challenged people who still think it's 2019 and that they can get away with saying whatever dumb shit they want to because no one will call them on it. And the truth is that people will. And this rather retarded statement coming out a few weeks pre-release of this film shows that the fine people at Marvel have yet to learn the fine art of not putting their foot in their mouth. This film has been through production hell, with delays and reshoots aplenty. It was originally supposed to release last year, but the aforementioned issues, as well as the SAG strike, pushed it back to where it is now, on the 14th of February. The budget for this black hole of creativity is roughly $180 million, and while I'm pretty sure it will make that back, and then some, I think the billion-plus estimates of certain individuals is straight up through the looking glass fantasy. And before I rant too much on the technical side, I would like to point out that the protagonist is not even actually Captain America, but the Falcon with Steve Rogers' shield in tow, and let's point out something else here, because my tism demands it. Sam Wilson getting punched by Red Hulk would have his bones liquefy. He isn't a super soldier. He's a dude in a suit. And while it's a pretty good suit, it's not a tank a direct hit from a Hulk suit. Also, Bucky Barnes should have been Captain America. He was set up to be Steve's replacement all the way up to Endgame, but instead Falcon got handed the suit because Marvel wanted to have a person of color be Captain America. This movie may not be a complete failure. Who knows? The public may just decide that they are in the mood for more MCU drivel, but if the prior project's productivity is any indicator, I do not think that given the amount of resources, time, and potential brand damage this movie could do, that it will be a success. I think more likely it will make a perfect example of the MCU hangover. But those are just my thoughts on the matter, ladies and gentlemen. Please tell me what you think down below, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and until next time, this has been Pete, the Radical Nerd, signing off.